Welcome, everyone, to Empower 305, the podcast where City of Miami residents, visitors, and businesses can tune into and find out everything that's going on in your city. Today, we are honored to have with us Officer Jandro Suarez. He is Executive Officer at the Miami-Dade Schools Police Department. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No, thank you for having me on the podcast.
Well, this month is a very, very busy month for parents. And as a mom of two kids in public school, I thank you for being here today, where we're going to talk about all of those things to get ready and be safe as we go back to school. So tell me about this time of year. You guys a little busy?
Oh, I know you're busy, but we're also busy getting back to school, making sure that our schools are safe from traffic, from having our officers. We just finished completing training. We have over 500 officers in our department and one dedicated to each school.
So 500 officers. Well, I know as a mom with kids in public school, I thank all of you for your service. We have an officer in our school, and we just love her. We see her every year, and she's very, very interactive with the kids, and she's part of our community.
I'm actually happy you mentioned that because that is our bread and butter. We want that officer to be familiar with not only the students, the families, and the staff. And by having that officer there opens those lines of communication. I remember when I was younger, my mom would tell me, mira, si te portas mal, el policía te lleva. And that's not what we want. We want the kids to come up to the officer and inform of if anything's happening. That's what he's there for. She is there for.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about today, how parents and students can also contribute to keeping our schools safe and helping you guys do your job. So let's start with the beginning of the day, walking to school or walking to the bus stop and waiting for a bus. How can parents and students ensure that our kids are safe?
100%. So a lot of kids do take the bus. The most important thing is for parents to go the first day to the bus stop. Get there early, see where the bus stop is, and know the route. Also, if they are walking to school, to stay in the designated crosswalk area, to look left, look right, and one more time to the left just in case.
What about the infamous drop-off line and, of course, the pickup line? It can get really busy in front of schools. What are some of the things that parents and students can do to stay safe?
Well, number one, patience. I know some kids are going to a new school. They're going into middle school or they're going to high school, so they don't know what the school looks like. Get there early. Especially the first week, get familiar with the school. And of course, patience. The traffic is only going to last about 15 minutes.
Many of our neighborhood schools are within walking distance for our children, and maybe they choose to walk to school, which, by the way, is very healthy. So what are some of the things that students and parents can do to be safe as they walk to and from school?
Very important to when walking to school is to have a plan. Have the parent walk with the student the first day. Stay in the designated area. And also for the drivers, there's going to be a lot of more students in the streets, so make sure to put their phone down, no speeding, and to pay attention. So slow down in our school zones.
Please stay in the crosswalk, and for parents that are driving, stay alert.
And also for the kids, they're texting and walking is just as bad as texting and driving. So the kids also need to be alert and put the phone down while they cross the street.
What are some of the ways that they can stay safe? What would you tell them to do in that instance?
Again, going back to the SRO at every school. Go up to that SRO and let them know, hey, I'm walking home today. I don't feel safe. Maybe we could reach the parent and arrange a different type of pickup for that day. But if they don't feel safe and they are walking, stay in a well-populated area and call 911 immediately.
What are some of the things that parents can do to keep their kids safe in school?
Definitely social media responsibility and be an upstander, not a bystander. If you see something, say something, talk to your kids about safety.
Open the lines of communication.
We also have an online reporting tool that you can stay anonymous called Fortify FL, and a student could log in through the student portal or a parent could log in through there, and they can report any incident, no matter how big or small.
And that's
anonymous.
Fortify FL. I've seen it on the landing page for Miami-Dade Schools.
And we need the community to speak up. It's only one officer at the school, so it takes all of us to do it, to work on school safety.
Now, bullying, can we address both types? What to do if we suspect that our child is either being bullied or is bullying somebody in school, and as well as cyberbullying?
Bring it up, report it. I know in school, like you were saying, you would get bullied at school, you knew that was your bully, you stay away, or later on you guys became best friends. But now you go home and unfortunately social media continues the bullying. So report it to an adult, report it to the authorities so it could be dealt with.
Just don't be that person that is hiding behind a text or social media to bully somebody else and make somebody else feel bad?
Usually what we found is that the bully is probably going through something and they just don't know how to express themselves. And then when we find out, we later talk to them through not only the SRO or a mental health counselor at the school.
What are some of the safety tips that you could give parents to maybe teach their kids, or any kids are watching right now?
Parents need to monitor the social media. I remember when I was younger, I would tell my mom, you're a psycho. Like, arriba de mí, you're on top of me. You need to be on top of your kids.
Yeah, that's what we need to be.
Right? Check their book bags, check their social media, go into their room. Who are your friends? Who are you talking to? I don't think your child should be on the phone when you go to bed. Right. They shouldn't have access to the phone. When you're sleeping, you don't know who your child is talking to on the phone late at night.
Who are they going to be talking to at midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning? Nowhere good. That's leading nowhere good.
Yeah, and if you don't want to take away the iPod, you could ask your internet provider to just shut it down at a certain time. And each device, you could just shut it down.
Absolutely. So important to have that open dialogue. And also, what about parent involvement in the school? How does that help all of you?
Oh, that helps tremendously. We definitely want the parents involved, because now that opens up not only lines of communication with the student, but now with the parents as well. So we could find out what's going on at home as well, and we could better help the student at school.
What about organizations like PTSO? How closely do you work with them?
Yeah, we have the PTA at the school as well. We have after school care, and the sports after school, the officers are involved. The students ask, hey, are you coming to my basketball game today?
Oh, fun.
Or you're going to prom, and most of our officers work prom and work those events. So the kids not only are the officers not only with them during school, but after school care activities.
So tell me something about the department perhaps that people don't know. What are some cool programs that you guys offer the kids?
Oh, so aside from having an officer at our every school, we also have our emotional support canine unit. We have 5 canines that were actually donated to our department. They were rescue dogs. And whenever a child is having a bad day or some type of crisis, or maybe just turning a good day into a better day, those dogs go into that school, you just sit down, pet the dog, and releases that serotonin, that happy feeling. Aside from our emotional support canine, we have our detection dogs. We have dogs that find narcotics, they find explosives and guns, and we do random sweeps at our school without being announced. We just go and we bring our dogs in, and it's another layer to keep our kids safe. Thank God we haven't found anything, but it's just that extra layer of protection. Aside from that, we have our police command center. We have over 18,000 cameras there. With the click of a button, we could click on any school and see all the cameras in the school. Our buses are GPS monitored, so all our buses, we know where they are at all times. So if a student is missing or your child didn't make it to school, we're able to find where that bus is. And we have a shot spotter, which is a ballistic software. If any shots are shot anywhere near a school, we'll know exactly where it was, and we could put that school on a lockdown.
Where can parents and students go to find additional information from the Miami-Dade School Police?
Now, they could go to our Instagram, which is Miami Schools PD. But if you have an emergency, please call 911.
Right.
On our Instagram account, we have our officers doing the great work they do with our students. We have our Police Explorers program there as well.
What is that? Tell me about that.
Oh, the Police Explorers program, it works like a club at a school. Doesn't necessarily mean that you want to be a police officer, but it is our police advisors teaching you police codes, language. So it's a great resume builder. We do a lot of community events. So we have our book bag giveaway. We have our haunted house, trunk or treat. We have a turkey giveaway. And in Christmas, we do a holiday toy drive. So please check our Instagram when those activities and those events do happen.
Great. You can bet that I will definitely follow. Thank you so much, Officer Suarez. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.